Next up at UFC 299, another changing of the guard situation. Gilbert Burns taking on Jack Della Maddalena. Gilbert Burns, 22-6 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off that decision loss to Belal Muhammad. He is taking on Jack Della Maddalena, 16-2 overall, 5-0 in his last 5, riding a 14-fight win streak. People are not going to like my take here. They already didn't like it in the Quick Picks video.
They didn't like mine either, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of we'll jump in, but we got Gilbert Burns, who I do respect and appreciate, and I think he's actually like a cool guy. Like in his interviews and stuff, like seems very like funny, laid back, like cool, easygoing dude. He's a grappler.
I'm pretty God he braids that hair too. That hair is out of fucking control right now.
It is
I hope
wild.
He throws in some braids.
Yeah, it is wild what he can. Because he always had just like a nice tight buzz cut most of his career, and then as he's getting a little older, he's like, let it go, and then boom,
it's wild.
Beautiful afro. Anyway, Gilbert Burns is a grappler. He's developed some striking over his pretty long career so far. Very impressive power, especially when you consider he's a 155-pounder that moved up to welterweight. He's undersized for this division, but he is fast. He can be powerful, and he's tough to hang. He's tough enough to hang with some of the elite of the division. He is coming off that very one-sided loss to Belal Muhammad, where he said he blew out his shoulder on a takedown attempt, and he got surgery, so there's no reason to believe he was lying. But he got pieced up in that fight, and he shot a takedown, and it got stuffed. He's taking on Jack Della Maddalena. I still don't know what the Della is. There's not an apostrophe. Some people are commenting it's Della, like De La, but it's not. It's Della. It's not De La. It's Della.
Like Della Maddalena. Yeah.
That's what people like. Literally, were breaking it down like with like.
I think he just
speech.
added Machado too. I think it's Jack. I think it's Jack Della Machado Maddalena.
Either way, this dude is a high volume striker, an incredible jab. He likes to plot forward on his toes, and he will just pump that snappy jab out there. If you throw something back, he will just step out, reset.
A good looking dude too.
Start that cycle over. He's got solid power. His nose and his face are facing completely different directions, but he also has some decent jiu-jitsu as well. Dude, that dog just scared the hell out of me too, because he just slammed his face into the door trying to get out.
God. Have another drink, Angelo. Jesus.
Not slammed, but pushed. Anyway, I'm sober. Smart water.
What's it? Oh, I do love Smart Water. That's my go-to for sure. It's good water.
We've been hammering. What are the ones that have the Gatorade electrolytes in them?
It's called Gatorade.
Propel. We've been drinking Propels. Anyway, Gatorade. Jack Della Maddalena, his takedown defense is very solid at 82%. Before you tell me that Basil Hafez was ragdolling him. Basil Hafez was ragdolling him. There was a little bit of ragdolling in there, but Basil is a beast, and that fight was out of nowhere, not the matchup that Maddalena was expecting. Maddalena is currently coming off of that close win over Kevin Holland back in September. Jacob, that sound is incorrect. It was a very close win. This is a changing guard fight, the second in a row, and yet again, I'm going the young guy. I'm going the up-and-comer. Gilbert Burns, don't skewer me for this. Gilbert Burns is the more well-rounded fighter here, right? He's had some success. He dropped Kamaru Usman. He's got good takedowns, BJJ. But if you zoom out, he gets a lot of credit for a good career. Not an amazing career. Never became champ, fought once for the title and got finished. He doesn't have any, if you look at his wins, there's a handful of solid ones in there, but most of them were against fighters when they were already over the hill or no longer in the UFC. Oh, he beat Wonder Boy. He took him down over and over. Everybody takes down Wonder Boy. He beat Masvidal. Masvidal literally retired that night. And I'm not saying this to disparage Gilbert Burns. I'm just trying to put this fight in perspective. And before you say, well, who did Jack Della Maddalena beat? Well, nobody yet. But I think he's about to beat Gilbert Burns. I think Maddalena's striking is just too good here, and I don't think Gilbert Burns' wrestling is good enough. Gilbert Burns is not the freak athlete that Basil Hafez is. So I don't think he's going to be able to close that distance and shoot those like aggressive, fast, athletic takedowns. I think Maddalena is going to piece him up win the striking exchanges. This likely goes to a decision, but I think Jack Maddalena wins this fight. I have a half unit on him at minus 125. I got some value there, but I did miss the boat a little bit because it yo-yoed. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, the other bet that I placed for our premium members was on Jack Della Maddalena. I got him at plus 115, and I absolutely love that ticket. And let me just say this, because as the founder of Underdog Lock of the Week, and I've become the poster boy of underdogs, everyone comes to me and they want to suggest their favorite underdog. And I usually have a pretty good pulse on what the favorite underdog of the card is for a card because I get it nonstop. It is Gilbert Burns for this card. And let me just say, guys, I fucking wouldn't do that. I fucking wouldn't do that. And I love Gilbert Burns. And I understand this is a tough dude. And he's a fun dude to root for. And everyone talks about, the unbelievable grappler. He's a world champion grappler. Doesn't fucking matter. He's not going to get the fight to the ground. People want to talk about Jack Della Maddalena against Basel. Came in, he got taken down, blah, 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 blah. Jack cut weight twice in 2 weeks. That was a big athletic guy. He was taken down 3 times, 2 of which he pulled his own guillotine to try to get this fight over with a submission because he was kind of bored. So he's like, I'm going to try and submit this guy. Took himself down, and guess what? Defended 17 other fucking takedowns. People are like, he was defended 17 fucking takedowns. Should have had that guy out of that fight a number of times, but Basil was a very tough motherfucker. This dude is the best boxer in the division. He came in against Kevin Holland and fucking smoked him. Those scorecards were a fucking disaster. Jack Della Maddalena was having a sparring session. They're just walking this dude down, bobbing, weaving, counter-striking. His boxing looked clean as shit. He dominated Kevin Holland from bell to bell. I'm saying it right now. I'm standing, what do the kids say? I'm standing on business.
Standing on business.
10 toes in the ground. I'm standing here right now, and I'm telling you that Jack Della Maddalena is the best 170-pound fighter on fucking planet Earth. I don't give a fuck about Leon or Bilal or even Ian Gary, who I think is the second. I don't give a fuck about that loser Shavkat that everyone keeps talking about that just stands in front of you and lets him light you up. Jack Della Maddalena knocks out Shavkat in the first round, and he's probably going to knock out Gilbert Burns in the second round. Gilbert Burns not going to be able to take him down, and on the feet, he stands zero chance against Jack Della Maddalena. That jab's going to be too much. Gilbert is a chinny guy, especially even against a sharp jab. He's going to be bobbing and weaving. He's going to hurt Gilbert Burns, and unfortunately, he's going to knock this dude out, Jack Della Maddalena, and I got him at plus 115. He is now minus 160, minus 170, so feel good about it.
Yeah, we're on the same side. We're not as far on the same side. You think a little higher of him than I do. I think he wins this fight because I don't think Gilbert's wrestling is good enough.
If he can't get the takedown, it's not a close fight.
Gilbert Burns is very tough.
He gets chinned by jabs.
I don't think Jack Maddalena is the best 170-pounder in the world also. So
Easy.
I'll separate myself from you there. But
Easy.
I do think he wins this fight. And I think we have a sort of changing in the guard. Gilbert's already working on his next career, as he should be. You cannot fight forever. So he's already working on his next career, and he should be doing that. But it's what happens. You know, this is a very unforgiving sport.
37-year-old coming off shoulder surgery that gets dropped by jabs constantly is who everyone wants to put their money on this week as a dog. I don't fucking get it. And by the way, too, Jack Della Maddalena was going to be my lock of the week. There was no question. But now he's moved all the way like minus 170. So I'm not going to do that. But I was really excited to do that, honestly.
Too bad you didn't film that video months ago, like holding a newspaper. Like, this is today's date. I am filming this video.
Well, I have this date on the ticket. So.
Oh, yeah, you do have the ticket. But either way, we are both on the same side here. I actually disagree a little bit. I don't think he's going to win by finish. Gilbert Burns has proven to us that he can be tough. He got finished. Yeah. He's been finished. Yeah, Usman finished him when Usman was Usman. He's been finished, but I don't think Jack Della Maddalena is going to finish him. I do think this is a decision. I think he just pieces his face up, and Gilbert's nose might look like Jack's nose, but I don't think there's going to be a finish per se. You got to move it a little bit. There's no date on there, but I see the price point.
Well, the date's just the date of the match. I
there
get
you
the
go.
full ticket.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. No, you're good.
No, it's cool. Whatever.
No. I don't think anybody thinks you're lying.
Value king. No doubt about that.
There you go. CLVK. There we go. If you want to unlock some of that CLV,
BIGDICK.
if you want to unlock some of the picks, the bets, the round line leans, and more, just go to WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It's only $10. You will get 4 events for that money. You just spelled that. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So Tiff's out of town. She'll be back later tonight. And I picked the girls up from school, and I was like, let me take them. Like, let me just do something nice for them real quick. So I saw on I got an Instagram reel about some stuffed cookie place in Plano. They're like cookies, big, thick-ass cookies stuffed with shit. So I was like, let me take like a chocolate chip cookie stuffed with chocolate. And there's like a Pop-Tart.
If you go there, can you stuff it yourself?
Anyway, I'm sure you would figure out how to put it in the microwave and then stuff it later.
Jesus Christ, Angelo. Sometimes they have hands-on workshops that you can go on dates and stuff. It's like the wine and the paint. I was trying to think of a good date idea for somebody.
Oh, who are you taking on a date?
Perverted.
Who are you taking on a date?
Whoever the fuck I want. I go outside. Hey.
I'll give you $1,000 right now. You go on a date. Friday. A date.
I don't think I'm gonna have my car back Friday, unfortunately. Get the back taken off, so no
man.
can do.
I forgot my wallet. Damn.
No can do on that.
Anyway, Tiffany's like, I'm heading to the airport, whatever. She's like, where are you guys going? I'm like, I'm taking them somewhere. She's like, where? I was like, I'll spell it really fast. So I spelled it as fast as I could, and then it was just so funny to see like Avery's in the background, like trying. Did you just say? What did you? It was funny. But I'm smart, so when you spelled,
kids are a little slow, huh?
Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you.